What's up? It's your boy, amateur pro home chef Nathanael Levinson, cooking late night tonight. You come to me on the day my daughter is to be married, and you do not even offer me a simple midnight snack. Well, let me tell you, we got the gabagool. We're gonna make a nice bruschetta. It's basically a caprese salad on top of a piece of toast. It's pretty simple, it's delicious. Your mother will love you. So what we're gonna need, you need a loaf of bread, whatever bread. I happen to have this ciabatta bread. You'll need some tomatoes. I like cherry tomatoes because they're always sweet. Mozzarella cheese, basil. I'm gonna be adding olives. That's optional. You don't have to add that part. Salt, pepper, olive oil, and balsamic vinegar. So we're gonna slice the bread into about half-inch thick slices. And you can cut them thicker or thinner based on your preference. But since we're gonna toast them, if you cut them a little thicker, then the inside will be chewy and the outside will be crunchy, and I like that contrast. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to brush these with olive oil on both sides to make sure that they get a nice golden browned toast. I'm gonna try to cover the whole face of the bread. Then we're gonna flip them over and do the other side. Now we're gonna put these in a 350-degree oven for 5 minutes, flip them over, let them cook for another 5 minutes, or until they're golden brown and toasty. Now we're gonna need to prep our filling. So we're gonna grab our tomatoes, we're gonna chop them finer than we did for the caprese salad, but essentially the same idea. So we're just gonna cut it in half like we did before, but this time we're gonna cut it into 3 pieces the other way. And you're gonna wanna chop some basil, just kind of rough chop it. Not a chiffonade like before, we just want some rough pieces. And throw that in with our tomatoes. Then finally, we're gonna chop up our olives. Now I used a single box of cherry tomatoes, you know, like 5-6 leaves of basil, and I'm gonna use 10 to 12 olives, but you can adjust these ratios based on what your taste preference is. Just rough chop the olives. You want them kind of, not quite like a tapenade schmear, but finely chopped. Now we're gonna give that a drizzle of olive oil, which means maybe a teaspoon, 1 to 2 teaspoons. Gonna hit it with some salt and pepper to taste. So we're gonna stir this bad boy up, and then we're gonna give it a bite. That's the winner. Now, if you are adding olives, you probably won't need as much salt because olives do bring a lot of salt to the table. Finally, last thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna cut your cheese. Now I'm gonna do these in some nice thick rounds, and you'll see how I construct my bruschetta. Now that our bread's done, it's time to assemble this bad boy. So, you can either put the mozzarella cheese on. If you don't wanna put the cheese on, you don't have to put the cheese on. The way I would do it is, piece of bread, slice of cheese, spoonful of bruschetta mixture on top, like so. And then the last thing you need to do is hit it with a drizzle of balsamic vinegar. And there you go. It is now time to partake of this delicious morsel we have created. Gabagool. It's basically a caprese salad on a crouton. You can't go wrong. It's simple, it's delicious. I offer this to you out of the goodness of my heart. Until next time, I'm your godfather, amateur pro home chef Nathanael Levinson. Listen, you're like a brother to me. You're like a mother to me. You're like a son to me. Don't ever let me catch you eating that takeout garbage again. Or you and I, we're gonna have a problem. Until next time. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, let us know what you'd like to see on the channel. If you want to get in touch with us, we've got a Twitter at KitchenChemYT. We've got an email, therealkitchenchemist@gmail.com. We've also got an Instagram at KitchenChemistYT. So please, we'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know what you'd like to see next.